I know.
What in the world? Oh. Apparently my software updating. Well, my wheelbase is updating. Okay. Trying to figure out why my thing is not working. Nice. Yes, can you say something?
Something.
Now you're picking up. Yeah, I see you. Live streaming.
Oh, there's one more thing that I wanted to add that I forgot. Good.
What?
The chat.
Are you using
See how the
Streamlabs
sound
or are you
is.
using regular OBS? Are you just using regular OBS? You should try Streamlabs. It has all these like widgets that you can add to. Like someone's following you widget kind of deal. Hurts you.
Yeah, I've been using OBS all my life, and I'm old.
Well, it is OBS. It's just a modified version of it. So it's literally the same as OBS, just a different skin on it, and it just has more.
Okay. Let's try to start streaming today, and then over time, if I feel like I can add that, I can do that. Where can I download the little chat?
Freaking wheelbase is not want to update.
How can I download the chat?
If you have Streamlabs, you can just pull it into your. I think you.
Well, I can technically.
You have to. Well, if you're using, depends on which chat you're doing. I think there's like a share button for chat, and then you can copy the link to the share button.
I can. Fuck. For some reason, my VPN is also affecting my Chrome, and then I cannot open some stuff. Like whenever it's a sponsored thing, it gets this. But I guess if I just click here, it works here. It's the fact that I don't have. Oh, I need a skin. I need to open Trading Paints.
Yeah, send me the link to whatever skin you're about to use. I might be actually using one.
It's one that I used today. this one here. Oh, great. Yeah, this one. But I'm gonna have to sign out, log in with this one.
These are like your old school one, I think.
What the fuck?
Like no full speed back. Why do I not do that? I don't have force feedback for some reason. Oh. It might be because of the update.
I'm gonna send you the link. We need to like staff only chat. I don't know. Why can't I look? Ah. I literally don't remember my login. What?
New trading paints, not. We don't have a conventional way of logging in, so I can't remember like which of the 20,000 potential logins I might use. Ah. Not my password.
Okay, I think that's working.
Finally logged in. So rates this paint, confirm. Trading paint.
Is this open setup or?
Depends on which one you. It says identical, so yeah, it's open setup.
Oh, it's open setup.
Yeah. I don't have a setup for this.
Oh, that's annoying.
Isn't there like some garage setups? Yeah, they have like Suzuka setup. Did you get your painter load?
Yep, it's ready.
For some reason it's not loading for me. Now it's like a slow load. Oh, I see you right in front of me. Did it let you load it for me? Yay, we're both shiny.
Nice. Okay, so I guess we can start the stream. Are you streaming already?
Yeah, I've been streaming. What? Upper pool. That's what this is. Alright, let's do this. I'm gonna do the how to learn a trap combo.
Follow me. Wait. Let me go. Let me. I'm gonna open the stream and then you can follow me.
Yeah, I'm kind of new to this peacock business, so don't expect me to rotate and not spin.
Let me see. I'm streaming.
I definitely want to learn this combo too. Like I'm like in between like jumping into F4 as
Mic
my
check.
main. Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
I'm like in between.
We can jump to the F1600 after too. We can drive a little bit here and then drive there.
I don't want to learn.
All right,
like,
I'm live.
The F4 and stuff like that, you know. High down.
Say something again.
Something again.
Say something now.
Something now.
Something now. Oop. Forgot that. Alright, so let me follow you and see what you're doing. Hey. Say something again.
Something again.
Okay, I think that should work. Alright, go. So, how many laps do you have here?
0.
You never drove this track?
Nope. I'll learn today though.
Bro, wait. Oh, I forgot to also do one thing. Wait for me. Wait a second. Okay.
I'm pretty quick.
I'll catch up and see what you do.
I'm pretty quick at
How do you learn tracks?
the way that your MRC teaches you.
Which is?
You go slowly and then try to understeer around corners. And then over
Yeah.
time, try to like find that maximum understeer logic control. Eventually try to transition to elements. Right now I'm just trying to learn the layout. Maybe take care of something like that.
Okay. You wanna follow me and I kind of guide you a little bit? Alright. Hello everyone. It's been a while. Alright, so this is 2 fast lefts. The second one you don't have a lot of time to accelerate, so it's just a tiny bit of chair braking here, pretty long. And then there's no grip on the exit, so you always have to remember that there's no grip on the exit. You gotta stay on the inside a little bit longer. Because when you cut inside like this here. And then there's this 130R. Try to cut second half of this corner here. Sorry, the curb. It's a little bit slippery there. Brake at the 150. Pretty early braking on the Porsche Cup. Get a little bit of the green. Fast change of direction. Use the curve here, and then super light hands, letting the car kind of go all the way to the outside here because it's the Porsche Cup. Then we have turn 1. Like it's a long braking zone. In, out, still braking, still braking, still braking, still braking, still braking, still braking. Maximum rotation point right here. This one is just a little bit of chair braking. Not sure if you should use the curb. Then a little bit of chair braking again here. Then a little bit of chair braking again here. And then a long chair braking here, kind of like early double apex, out, back, in. And then this one I'm not sure if you're gonna chair brake. Depends a lot on the model, on the setup, on track temperature, etc. This one we tend to use a lot of the curb on the inside. Boom. Throttle as soon as you hit the curbs, you lift the fronts. And then this one, regular 90-degree corner, you know what to do. This one here, I think we're not gonna have enough time to start braking and use all the tracks, so we're kind of gonna be like on the middle of the track here. This is the hairpin. Not a lot to talk about, but yeah. And then spoon again. I like using that little access road as a reference, but definitely not at the access road, before the access road. Then a little bit of curb braking here, and there you go. How was that?
Still learning.
Still learning. A little bit. I think it's a tiny bit of chair braking here. Oh, definitely, yeah. It's not going to be just a lift. Bring early to the left. Brake at the 150. Maybe a little bit later than 150. Same thing with the throttle here. Ideally, you want to like already be on throttle by the time you hit the curb, so you lift the fronts and the impact against the curb is better. How do you feel about the new tire model in iRacing? Well, this is the first time I'm trying it, so I guess the title of the stream should have been that.
Yeah, they just updated the GT3s. Apparently they're like 1,000 times better.
Interesting. Okay, we can try that later. Let me know if I'm going too fast.
I'll play your Ain't too bad.
That was fast. How's the FOV? Let me check the stream again. Is that good or bad? I always have my FOV at like 185 or something. Because I'm pretty like deep inside the 3 monitors. So I can afford to have pretty high FOV. Set my... Sorry, I was adjusting my mic a little bit. Not sure if this is gonna be first gear or second. If it's first, I don't know. You're gonna try. Oh, the Porsche Cup does not have the new tire. Okay, okay. the idea today is to kind of test a little bit the new streaming studio that has been here for 5 months, but I've been traveling a lot to race and didn't have time to stream. I'm working on some cool YouTube videos, and today in this stream we're going to discuss a few things that I will include in that video, so stay tuned. Right now I'm just coaching Kyle and seeing him go to the grass. Yeah, that's good. What's up, Houston? What should you do if you have a hard time carrying minimum speed in Apex?
7.453. New fast flat for you.
Interesting. Depends a lot on at what level you are. Definitely at first it's about turning in late enough so that you can kind of dive into the corner using trail braking without braking so much on a straight line before, but again, it really depends on your level. If I watched like one corner, I would have been able to tell you exactly what is the issue. Come on, Kyle. Oh, we can try the F4 too later. Yeah, we have to try the GT3s and we have to try the F4s. All this today. Let's be a little bit higher. Am I stopping? Yee! You alive? I forgot how understated this game is. You died? Okay.
Kind of. I'm alive, but like, that's fine.
Here, I'm gonna wait. Kyle.
You got the course, you gotta slow down and give up that time.
Alright, let's go.
No, you're all good. It's fun.
You switch the grip, didn't completely go away the moment you overslip tires. Well, the thing is that in iRacing you really don't notice how much you're actually slipping the tires. Until you get to the point you're actually losing it. It's pretty realistic. On this new pedal settings, I'm struggling to trail brake as hard. Also probably because of the real car. You don't brake that hard in the real car. Well, more or less, but not all trail braking. This thing is sliding. What? Oh, it is? Yeah, the S's are pretty cool. Put some delta here. The hairpin is the best example of braking with light hands because you're turning before you start braking. So when you start braking, you have to create a very fast transition and relax your hands according to how much brakes you add. Keep going. You can't really hear it. Let me make this a little bit louder. Is that better? Alright, Kyle, I'm gonna catch up. Don't let me catch up.
Oh, you will.
I'm using SimiCube 2 right now and Hoisinko Sprints.
8.827. You're second fastest lap of the session.
Wait, it's a low hum? What? You're doing good for someone who just learned the track. I mean, who is still learning the track. Yeah, this one you gotta turn in quite early. And this one a little bit later than you think. Guys, how's it sound now? Is it still bad? Is it still too low? Woo! Off track fast. Wait, you cannot hear the game sound at all?
You cut that corner and got a slow down penalty.
Let me think. Try to fix this. For some reason we can't hear the sound. What if I do this? So now my voice is a little bit lower. Okay, if you can hear it, it's fine. I know. It's probably just that one guy. Okay. Oh my god, the last time I drove this car was like months ago, and I forgot how understeery it is, like how much trip braking you need to use. Basically turn with the brakes all the time.
Like, catch up loading.
47 seconds? Okay, give me like a while. Okay, I'm increasing even more the game now. It's getting a little bit loud on my ear. That's the problem. I'm gonna do a few laps and try to actually find lap time, because it's been a while since I drove this car. Let me see what I can do. Oh, it should be like 2 or 2s or something, or 3s. You still can't hear the game sound? What? Game's like maxed out.
OBS is probably not picking up.
I wonder why, like...
7.434. That was your fastest lap of the session.
No, it's on the broadcast mix. I don't know exactly why it's... I'm thinking like that meme. Yeah, no, it's maxed out. It's like blasting through my ears now. Okay. Stress. Oh, how far ahead of you I am. I'm 53 seconds ahead of you. Pretty much. Brake trace must be so ugly right now because I'm just remembering how to drive this car. Oh my god. My heart. After that, the end of that right curb, that'll be pretty much it. This is the Porsche Cup calling. Woo. Guess it's not the best way to save the tires. Peek up. I have a little bit, yeah. What? Bro, that's not me, that's you. This is my first ever clean lap. Another 204. I expect it to be like 30 seconds off. So braking too early for turn 1. Not really sure about that line. What time did you do? What times did you do? I can watch a lap a little bit after. Let's finish. Tiny bit. A little bit more practice.
I'm still learning about making stuff, so I got the track layout figured out, but now it's just like braking later and shit. Plus, I'm there.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm familiar with the color as well.
Odd men out. What's up? Oh god. Got emotional with Abdul on the stream. How's it going, man? $200 people watching? Bro, it's been a year. This is my last stream. Rotate. That throttle. too early. Engine braking. Engine braking. Woo. Rears are a little bit hot. That's good for this last part of the sector. I want the rears hot to really rotate it. Woo! Brake a little bit later here. So, I think it was fine. Too early here.
Pick out the course. You gotta slow down and give up that time.
Thought of multiple opinions. Yeah, I'll get to that. I'll get to that. I'm just warming up here. It's been again over 6 months since I properly did a stream. So me and Kyle, say hi. Me and Kyle are testing out some stuff. We're gonna have some racing technique discussions. We're gonna try the new model in the new cars. Woo! Second gear through Diagonal 2? I think so. Doesn't make a lot of sense to do that on third. Does it sound better, by the way? The grass scared me. Okay, not hard enough braking. Still my PB somehow. Okay, I need to do my optimal now. Brake a little bit later. I know I can bring the brake bias down a little bit. Try 2 clicks. -5. Still locking the fronts there on that bump. Ooh, dropped too early. Better exit though. Still miss all the apexes. Okay, fourth, third, engine braking, boom. Oof. A little bit too late of an apex there. Turned in too late for the last one. Connor, that is an amazing idea. We could do that even today. Maybe not today, maybe tomorrow. But I'm flying for my IMSA race Tuesday, and it's Watkins Glen, so it would be cool if you could do that. Yeah, bro. I'm not even changing my time zones. Like I'm sleeping 5 a.m. here in Dubai, and waking up at 1 p.m. because why? I'm flying back to the US anyways. I don't want to get jet lagged there again. So I might as well just stay in Miami time zone. Oh no!
Wait, is this an actual race we're about to do?
Do you want to join the race?
No.
Do you want me to join the race and get one spot for me? I'm still very slow, but whatever. When's the race?
Right now, like that's why we have to.
Oh, the race is like no, we just lost it. It's only like 25 minutes.
But what was the checkered flag for?
The checkered flag was for the practice session.
I thought you was in a race. What do you want to do then?
What does chat want me to do? We do a race here? Pretty rusty, gonna be like midfield or maybe even back of the pack because of the iRating of my Smurf account. We could try the F4 because you guys said that's a new tire. We could try the GT3s with the new tires and see what you guys think.
The new tires are on the GT3s and the prototypes. Not F4.
What do you think? GT3 and new prototype. Oh, the GTPs?
Well, yeah, they had them for a while now, but for like the last season or two. But the new this season added it to the GT3s.
Okay, chat is saying GT3. Let's try GT3s then. What car?
Corvette.
I have to see what cars I have.
I'm gonna use a Corvette. I don't give a crap what you do.
All right, so let's do that.
Let's try G3s then. What car?
You're going to like the F4? Chat looks like 50-50. No, it's 70-30.
The question is...
Let's try both.
What is the track, though? That's the question. 'Cause maybe I don't know the track.
Just join the official practice. If you need to learn a track, it's better for you. You're going to practice.
Where's it at? GT3 13th week?
GT3
Walton Glen.
Oh, do we have the new Ferrari, the 296?
Ooh,
I'll have to buy that car.
really?
McLaren at Glen.
Yeah, I don't have that car either.
Let's try the GT3s first, and then we try the F4s. So
Looks like it's
GT3 13th week challenge. It's at Watkins Glen. Great, because I'm racing there next week.
nice.
But it's a front wheel drive. Last race had 300 drivers. Great.
What do I have?
I got to update.
Where's my car? Oh, okay. Yeah, I haven't raced. I haven't driven these. What's the car? This game like official since 2 seasons ago.
Like
Nope.
actual iRating races.
Like yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I need to buy this track too. So.
You've been running away from competition. Is that it?
Huh?
You've been running away from competition. Is that it?
No, because I'm working too much for you, and you don't give me time. I'm overworked and not enough, not enough freedom.
Did you buy the 296?
I can.
Okay. Let's do the GT3 first. What car? GT3. Let me see. I don't even know which cars I have. Do I have any GT3? I should have some.
I have to download.
Okay, I'm updating real quick. Sorry.
I have to learn this track too. Yay.
Let me ask you a question, guys. Chat. What do you think of the tip that most fast drivers or coaches give you generally, which is use auto track? How did that help you? And how did that give you lap times right away? Did you struggle with it? What do you think? Okay, how's it going? Long time no see. Yeah, I am. Sorry, my bad. I don't recommend.
Which one are you registering for? The 1748, or the one that's in 17 minutes? Or are you going
No, let's go for one practice. There's this practice session with 34 drivers. Join that one.
882? Sure.
Correct.
Cool beans.
What car?
I'm in a Corvette. You can drive whatever
So
the hell you want.
I have the 296, I have the BMW, I have the Lamborghini, and that's it. You choose. You ready for Watkins? Honestly, so Mid-Ohio IMSA was the best race ever for me in the TCRs. I really picked up the pace. Did some adjustments like with the trail braking, with the setup. Asked my team to get so much more oversteer in the car. It was so much better. And for the first time, I was actually following the leaders. Like 2 hour stint, I was P4, following P3, P2, P1 on the same pack. Well, you guys probably saw the Michelin sign incident, right? The Michelin banner. That was because I was really sending it, and I was trying to go around a very slow, faster class, a GT4, and then I had that little incident, dropped me back to P10, and then I got back to P4 again before handing the car to my teammate. How to get on Max Verstappen level? 10,000 hours of deliberate practice. If you don't know what deliberate practice is, it is not doing blind laps. It's actually like studying and trying to understand how to find lap times. Guys, help me choose a car. So BMW, Lamborghini, Ferrari, or Audi? G3, because I'm gonna test the new tire model. Yes. So we had to skip Sebring, and the question was, are you going to drop more race videos on YouTube? I had to drop Sebring and Laguna Seca. We have issues with image rights and stuff like that. 296. Okay, let's do the 296. And we sorted it. So for the Mid-Ohio race, Mid-Ohio that I just did, we recorded everything. We're going to make a YouTube video about it. And then next week, Watkins Glen, we're also doing it. Okay, now you guys are saying Lambo, but I already chose the 296. 296 it is, for now. It's a nice car. 3 more, please. We'll try. I'll try. Yo, don't say that, Yanka. But again, let me ask the question: how did the tip use all the track help you? Did it help you? How did you navigate through that? I'm just loading here. Did you already load, Kyle?
Yeah, I'm just fixing my controls.
Boa noite. Boa noite. A lot of grass killing you. Video on the new tire model. The problem for me is that I'm not really driving iRacing that much. I mostly use it for coaching now. I would need to actually drive for many hours to have a good impression. Maybe, let me see if I get to drive a lot more. We're gonna stream for like maybe 2 more hours, and then if I get an idea here, I'm gonna make a video about it. I can definitely give you the first impressions right now live. You have to be on the limit before... Okay, you have to be at the limit before track usage makes a difference. Well, but the thing is that... Well, okay. That's good. That's a good answer, Ryan. Because I'm making a video about that right now on YouTube. And I'm going to talk exactly about that. About the problem of people just unwinding the wheel and go all the way to the outside without actually being on the limit. And not getting... Oh, I'm using up track and I'm still 3 seconds up. The short answer is basically you have to have the limit send you all the way to the outside. Meaning you have so much speed that the car is going to the outside whether you want it or not. And then you have to just artificially using all the track. Oh man, I'm just doing your homework. Well, the Lambo thing, there's also BOP and everything, so it's difficult. It's not that easy. Judge it. It's a confidence curve, but it's not necessarily only a confidence curve. It's an understanding curve. You drive fast whenever you match your expectations with reality. That's the most important thing. If you know what's going to happen, if you have a proper expectation of what's going to happen, then obviously your confidence is going to go up. Using the full track on entry is more impactful than on exit. I think so. There's a whole difference too, though. Like on entry, you choose to use all the track. Like you get the car there. On exit, you're not supposed to choose. You're supposed to be so fast that inertia will take you there for you. It's a totally different way of using all the track. I need to stop like doing this. I don't need to. Microphone is going to pick up my voice. Like this. It's not gonna hurt my neck. You should collab with any lead. Yeah, for sure. I'm down. Did you start driving, Paul?
Check, check.
Oh, you're doing the check. Bro, how many tracks do you know in iRacing? We're talking about Suzuka and Watkins Glen.
Well, I apologize for not learning these tracks.
Yeah, I'm leaving the VOD on both Twitch and YouTube. Don't worry. I have a question. Period. That's an affirmation. Sorry. I'm trolling. Alright, let's go. Alright, we are officially testing the new tires for the first time. Let's see how this goes. This is the Ferrari 296 TT3. I'm following this beautiful Porsche. Gonna drive as if I'm driving in real life. FFP is all over the place. Let me fix this. Got all the fast guys here. Ariel is here. Oh my god, that's so cool. I'm kind of like impeding here. Go, my friend. Alright, so FFP is a little bit better now. Still a little bit heavy. One thing that surprised me is that in real life, the steering wheel is way lighter than you guys think. Like, unless you're driving, maybe, okay, the Radical, the F4, it's pretty heavy. It's like 15 to 20. But like the TCR, the GT3s, the GT4s, all these cars have such light steering, it's crazy. Like my TCR, I turned the steering assistance all the way down. And it's still too light. Alright, let's see what this thing does. Interesting. It kind of snaps a little bit more quickly now because I was trying to throw the car around there and it didn't go, and then suddenly it went a lot. Also, it looks like it's taking a little more to get up to temperature. Also, this is a fixed setup, so. Cold tires are more brutal. Let's follow this guy. Well, in real life, cold tires are so brutal. I remember people complaining that in iRacing the cold tires were difficult to drive or too bad or too unrealistic. Bro, I drove an LMP3 in Germany in real life and then I almost spun with 20% throttle. It was insane. I was like, whoa, it is really like you're driving on pet bottles. It's borrowing me out and everything. Yeah. Oh, the cold tires. 2 laps at least to warm up. Engine braking still makes it turn a lot, even on cold tires, but then it understeers a lot. Half throttle, and then snaps on exit on cold tires. I don't want to lose Pedro. Let's go. Let's catch him up. Woo! Again! I died twice. I have to stop like sending the car like crazy. Cold tires are cold. I can see that. Because it seems like when you slide, I did like 3 little sliding moments there, and then the 4th one the car actually went. So the surface temperature is way more sensitive. Which is funny that they did that, because a lot of people were complaining before that this was unrealistic, which is not true. It is pretty realistic. You need coaching? I think so, bro. Well, I'm also driving while reading chat. God.
Yeah.
Let me let this guy go.
No damage. Car looks clean.
I went head on to
this
the
guy
wall, and I did not get damaged. Nice.
Steering ratio of the Ferrari seems to be different than... It's like very tight. You have to turn almost nothing. Alright, let's try to follow this guy.
Is there anybody behind you?
I don't have a coach currently. I'm coaching myself pretty much in real life. Oh, there's a wild Kyle there on the grass. Okay, tires are getting up to 10. Oh, I forgot that. I forgot we have these things. Alright, where are we braking here? Here.
45.07.
It's interesting. Yeah, I love the Porsche Cup. That was a car that took me to 8.5 thousand I rating. What? Yeah, let's go. Catch up. How much of this can I use? This sounds... Yeah, let's at least get like an actual clean lap. Oh. Entry oversteer and then mid corner severe understeer there. Engine braking on this car is pretty dramatic.
Right side. Clear on the right.
I'm getting the feel of it. How are you? I'm doing great. How are you, man? Yeah, what tuto? What tuto? Is that your name? Thanks, man.
There's a wall there.
Okay, that was the first clean lap. The car feels... the sidewall feels like it's moving a lot, and the car kind of wants to snap all the time. You don't have like a very smooth transition between slip angles. It feels like it bends, it goes, and then it stops, and then understeers. Struggling a little bit to find that. It feels like a road car almost. No, this is not. This is a GT3.
On the road. Okay, it's been on the
Okay, so I'm getting that you really don't want to scrub the front tires. Yeah. Yeah, I'm feeling...
Car on your left. Clear on the left.
Oh my god, like... I'm gonna say it's actually more difficult to drive now. You really need the pedals to make the car turn. Like if I want to understeer, I just do this. Look at this. Look at this. How easy it is to induce understeer in this thing. Everyone's saying it's easier to drive. Who's saying that? Well, to some extent, the Ferrari was already like that, so I have to drive the other cars.
You've got wheel damage. You've got damage on the left side.
It's really sharp on the steering. Not easier, but more fun. Interesting. Yeah, I'm testing the new GT3 tires now. It's so sensitive to trail braking now. Look at that. You touch the brakes, the car really goes. You get off of it, and it really understeers right away. See? And then understeer on exit, because I'm low torque. I guess that can be a second gear corner. Ah. The thing is that, like, if you're not sure of how you get back on power, and you're, like, a little bit less confident, you get into understeer zone.
Got damage on the right side.
Okay. On hot tires, though, like, it seems like the rears can really keep up with that rotation. See? That's really a little bit forcing, a little bit mid-corner there with the trail braking. What's your opinion on Garage 61? Well, we have 10,000 people on my Discord and thousands of members using Garage 61. kind of getting the flow a little bit. Gonna start overdriving a tiny bit now and get the car to rotate a lot with the trail braking. See how much the rears can pick up, keep up. Oh. Ah, it's so sharp. Definitely second gear there. Maybe it's a setup. The car really doesn't want to turn, so... Oh wow, I think I get it why people are saying that it's easier. Because on hot tires you can really abuse. Look at this, you can kind of like really go like stomp on the throttle, and you can catch. You see, like but at the same time it's kind of sharper. So I think depending on your driving style, it's gonna be easier for you or harder for you. It really depends on what you've been doing before. Yeah, you can really trust on the traction control there too. It seems like you can almost feel the sidewall existing. I never drove LMU. The only time I drove LMU was with a student because he was using that. But it was just for that coaching session. Yeah, you really need to trust the rear. See? On hot tires, I'm starting to have more fun, honestly. Yeah, the cars have a lot more character now. It almost doesn't feel like iRacing. There's a Kyle on the middle of the road. It's almost like you can sit on this lip angle and stay there. You gotta be patient though. Yeah, every lap we're finding 2 tenths. We're getting there. Slowly.
49.463. New fast flat.
We're slowing there now. Yeah, the tires are pretty alive now.
Slow down. You got a penalty for cutting the course.
Now it's how it behaves in LMU. Interesting. Yeah, I agree with that. Coding racing. It's a lot more texture to the driving. Oh god. Let me try to overdrive a little bit more. I'm being tiptoeing too much. If I just turn more, the steering doesn't seem to get that much after the optimal slip angle.
Maybe because now there's
Yeah. It's not like the optimal slip angle changed. It's just the way the car behaves as it's transitioning in and out of this slip angle. Does that make sense?
like it feels like it snaps like differently.
Like I'm struggling to actually make it oversteer now. I really have to trail brake a lot more. I also have this very strong. I finally oversteer. I always have this very strong habit to automatically correct the oversteer. I need to turn that off to test the tire. Alright, overdrive fast now. Overdrive fast.
48.838. Just set your
Still overslowing there. On hot tires, it seems to accept well ABS, and almost like the ABS and traction control are actually useful on this model. God. I'm trying to make this thing turn mid-corner to exit. This setup is so bad too. Is it fixed? It seems like in some places it does rotate, like, but on compressions and banked corners it just understeers so much. Interesting. Yeah. Crest, off camber, it really does not want to turn. And then compressions like this. Look at the understeer. Compression again, sick, doesn't want to turn at all. It might be a discard problem. Well, just found almost 2/10 by trusting more the grip.
818.
Nah, come on, turn. Yeah, it's a little bit too sharp on corner entries, and then it gets so lazy mid-corner.
Just set your fastest lap position.
Oh, the tires are not cold. This is like the lap 10 of the stint. I can't even trust the compression. The car just understeers. I guess. Again, mid-corner, just... It feels like this car could use some rake. trying not chair braking a lot, seeing if the ABS was actually not helping, but no. Oh my god. Hey, one more lap on this and then we're gonna see if we can change some setups. Because this seems very bad. I mean, not bad, but yeah, not competitive.
49.157.
Is the 1600 the same tire still? The 1600?
They have the same kind of I think they have an upgraded system.
Interesting. The car just went from oversteer to understeer in the middle of the exit. Yeah, I'm starting to get it. It's really the steering ratio on this car too is so sharp, but the sidewall is so sharp. One more lap. One more lap. I changed the brake pads a little bit and it kind of helped. Odd man out, is this fixed? Is it a fixed series? How?
Went too fast. My name's Speed.
Damn.
The struggle is real.
Yeah, I noticed. Just noticed that if you slide the car laterally, it doesn't just suddenly lose the grip like it was in the last model. Yeah, so it looks like on hot tires you can really slide it. Not so much still. It's still kind of... Yeah, let's keep driving. I said one more lap, but this is interesting. Wait, tell what about the motion? It looks like it's a lot. The line between understeer and oversteer is kind of thinner. But the punishment of going over is smaller. I guess that's the best description of these new tires. Meaning to be on the actual limit and feel like fast, the line is more difficult. But if you overdrive, you can still get away with it. You're just not gonna be fast. Okay, so my first impression, I drove 13 laps, was basically it's easier to drive slower and it's harder to drive faster. Meaning if you're overdriving, you're just gonna be slow, but you're not gonna spin or crash. But if you're finding lap times, there's gonna be a bigger gap between the top guys and the intermediate guys. You tell me if it's a good thing. You think it's a good thing?
As a newer driver, I feel like the experience is a little bit better. Like before, like these cars would be so touchy that if you make one little mistake, you're doing it differently.
Yeah.
Now, like, yeah, it's still touchy. You don't have to reset.
Yeah, we gotta check. We gotta check update the lap times.
I'm wondering, like, everybody thinks that, like, challenge,
Got it.
Picking up the course, you've got to slow down and give up that time.
I'm starting to get it a little bit more now. Every lap I drive, I'm like, man. I'm like,
48.802.
the mid corner understeer, snap oversteer is something that's getting me right now. Because I'm obviously like overdriving and testing the tires, but yeah, exactly. Like it's so it is fixed, right? Yeah, it's fixed. Okay, so we can change the brake bias, which I believe should help. So let's try like I don't know, 46, 45, and see what happens. I'm gonna say, man, like any load cell nowadays is already pretty good. Well, except for the TLCM. Those are really bad, but most load cells nowadays are gonna be pretty good. Don't go by the price tag. Alright, let's do one more stint here on new tires. Now I have an idea of how tires are on hot temperatures. Now let's see again how they behave on low temperatures.
47. That was your fastest lap of the session.
Again, it's the same thing. Entry, it snaps so easily. It's so sharp on entry. Mid corner, understeer. So bad. No, motion rig is not gonna make it faster at all. Motion rig is mostly useful for people who want to drive in real life. First fast lap. Haptics are good. Seatbelt tensioners are pretty good too.
No change in condition. You've got damage on the right side.
So much understeer. Can you tell when the tires are up to temperature? Yeah, I mean, every corner is gonna be 10% better, right? Living chat. First lap was half a second off. My best. Second lap, same to be better. Second flyer. I think I'm gonna be able to beat my PB. Which is 2 seconds lower than Gustavo Rayel. Casually. I'm being patient, man. I'm being so patient before getting back on power, and it's still understeer so much on exit. Sim, sou do Brasil. Yeah, okay, so that was better. Second flying was 8/10 quicker than the first flying. Third flying seems to be still faster. Yeah, it's the long corners. It felt like I waited forever to get back on power, and it worked. Again. Yeah, so if you get like a lot of oversteer on entry, you overheat both tires. You overheat both the rears and the fronts, and the car becomes understeery right after. Which is a problem that I have a lot in TCR in real life. If you oversteer on entry, you get a snap understeer. It's the opposite. Third flying still faster. No! Okay, that's a 43. Remember that I'm using 3% less brake bias than the default setup. That's a tip for you guys. %, less brake bias. Whee! Oh, not enough brake.
You followed by what? 54 point something?
48. I'm at 45. What?
I was all the way up at 57.
On a Ferrari?
Oh, no.
Small detail. I'm starting to get some... What? Save. Ooh, save. Ah, almost saved it. I'm starting to get some ideas. Of course, at this point, I'm gonna say it's kind of like setup limited. Let me see how the tires behave after a spin like this. No, I'm not adjusting bias based on locking because we had this car has ABS. It's really about the balance. Alright, let's see how the car behaves now after a spin. How the grip's gonna be.
Apparently, you don't read the tires, it's not completely a
Yeah, I almost beat my PB on turn 1 when I underdrove.
That finally's fun.
You move the bias even more. Oh, it's a mess. It's on the minimum. 50, 45, 4. Honestly, I'm gonna say now, like, the sidewalls. Oh, you guys might wanna hear this. Yeah, I've been complaining, saying, this car's a little bit weird, but this sidewall, the way the car behaves at the limit is feeling a lot more like my TCR in real life. No, it's on entry. In corner entry, before you get back on power. Too early, too early, too early, too early. I knew it was gonna snap. Because what I'm doing right now, you see, I exploded the throttle. So I kicked the rear into a slide, and then the car was literally understeering and oversteering at the same time. It was understeering and oversteering at the same time, but because the car is on power, it's gonna be worse on the rear tires. So eventually, the rear tires got hotter than the front tires. So it went from a four-wheel drift into an actual oversteer at the very exit of the corner. Damn. This is lap like 6 of the stint, and it's fast. Hey man, doing good. How are you? Thank you. Welcome aboard. See, same thing. I tried to compensate that I turned in too late, and I tried to slide. And then when I got back on power with full throttle, the rear tires were already too hot. So that was it. Okay, so first impressions. There you go. I would say it takes longer to warm up the tires. Doesn't suddenly feel like the tires get the lovely window by lap 2 and then drop off. They actually warm up more progressively, and the grip comes more progressively, which will make more sense. And the sidewall of the tire is softer, so you can really feel the car gripping a lot at the optimal slip angle and then fading away very quickly. But when it does fade away very quickly off the optimal grip level, it doesn't suddenly drop to undrivable levels. So you get a more difficult window, a smaller window to be at the limit on the optimal slip angle, and then it drops to a still safe but slower window, which is why intermediate drivers are now saying, oh, this car feels easier to drive, and it doesn't really kill you right away. It still does if you overdrive, obviously. If you really slide for too long, especially on these long corners here at Watkins Glen, it still wants to kill you if you just overheat it forever. But it does sustain longer slides, or it's easier to correct as long as you don't sustain the slide for too long. So smaller snaps are easier to catch. Getting on the top level of driving is more difficult, but the car is more forgiving unless you overheat it for too long, which is also true in real life. So that's my first impressions of the tires. Do you guys have any questions? Bro, I'm on second off Ariel. I'm 1 second off Ariel. That's pretty good. I'm pretty happy. He rarely drives these cars. It's more realistic, I think. Yeah, it's more realistic. Fun factor is higher? Interesting. You going to pit party with us soon? We can do that, yeah. I'm on F2 day. What time is it? 3:30 a.m. Thank you so much, man. Let's go. Do you think it fixes the problem people were talking about with iRacing rewarding underdriving? Not really. I don't think iRacing rewards underdriving that much. Guys, there's a problem. There's a key issue with comparing real life to sim racing. I know iRacing is the one that gets the most beating for this. Oh, you can't overdrive in iRacing because it's gonna drop off the grip very fast. It's kind of the same thing in real life, but the difference is that the speed sensation in the sim is always going to be slower. You have no idea how fast you're going with these cars. You're blasting into a corner with 100% brakes and ABS and flicking the steering and expecting it to accept that. In real life, you're not gonna do that. In real life, you're not gonna overdrive that much and be fast. The fastest drivers in real life will drive just like they do in iRacing. The difference is that the speed sensation in the simulator is smaller. You're always carrying a lot more speed than you think. I've seen a lot of people comparing on Instagram a slide correction in a Porsche Cup in real life versus a slide correction that did not work because the car spun in iRacing, saying, oh, this is why iRacing is not realistic. And then you watch the video, you realize that the car in real life was 60 kilometers slower, 60 kilometers per hour slower. And the car in iRacing, if you look at the FOV, it looks like they're driving the same speed, but in the sim, it was way quicker. So the physics still apply. That's why I'm saying, like, it's not... I didn't feel like I was underdriving the car. I was trying to scrub, I was trail braking, I was using the ABS, I was using a lot of traction control. I was pretty much blasting the inputs. So yeah, that's my rant. Like, that's me driving the TCR in real life last week. You know how I found time? By overdriving the car less. I found time by driving exactly like I did this Ferrari at the second half of my stint. When I realized that I was overdriving a little bit too much, especially like with the trail braking, I was letting the car flow and breathe a little bit more. The sidewall seems to be a little bit more sensitive to too much trail braking deep into the corner. And that's exactly the same thing in real life. Like, I found a lot of time. I'm now finally like almost matching. I think I'm off by like 2 or 3 tenths. The factory driver in my team. The guy drives the TCR that I'm driving for 8 years. And I'm getting there by being a lot more cautious with the front tires and really getting it to rotate by not overdriving the front tires. So, yeah. I don't like the idea of iRacing you recording you underdriving. I don't think that's true. Really, Brian, I think for me, I was like just surprised with how the car was transitioning so fast between oversteer and understeer. I was feeling it a lot more, actually. Watched a good portion of your other driver's stint. Why was she losing a lap? She has a lot less experience in driving. Like, I have 8 years of sim racing, 10,000 hours, and I drove the Radical. I have a lot more driving than her. She's like on her 3rd or 4th year of racing, and she's already only a second off. And like that was like on the video at Daytona. Right now, I think she was like half a second off my lap times on Mid Ohio, which is extremely impressive. By the end of the year, she's probably gonna be like matching our lap times. Yeah, she's a beginner compared to the factory drivers that are in our teams. Oh my god, I didn't see a raid. Oh, Cody! So Kyle, how's it going? What are lap times? Oh, you're 2 seconds off, bro. You're only 2 seconds off. That's fine. Oh, that's not a Ferrari. The delivery is fire. Yeah, do you want to share your screen? Let's do a little bit of coaching, live coaching, everyone. Who wants that? Kyle, live roasting. Who wants to see live roasting?
Let's do it.
Let's see how bad Kyle is. Ooh. Yeah, it's 3:30 a.m. here. Alright, so let's see if I can get this to work.
Why does it say 15 frames?
This is not the right